I'm Vadd, and today we are playing Clash of Clans. If you have joined me before, welcome back. If you are new here, welcome for the first time. We are going to be looking at witches in Legends League. We are going to use these siege barracks to funnel one edge of the base, and then we are going to funnel the opposite edge of the base with our Barbarian King. You can see the army composition is on the screen right now. When we are using these witches, we want to make sure we get our ice golems in front of the witches, in front of our heroes. Remember, when the ice golem dies, it drops a freeze spell. So this army composition not only has a poison spell, some bats, and some earthquake spells, but with those ice golems in our composition, we're also getting some pretty good freeze value. Notice as well that we have hogs in our siege barracks. The hogs in the siege barracks further help funnel the edge of the base. We're also bringing 8 earthquake spells. That's right, in Ocho Quaco, we are going to use 4 earthquake spells. We are going to quad quake our way through the base. Witches can target over walls. The skeletons can tank for the witches, so we don't have to break into every single compartment to wreck the base. Here you could see, without too much of an issue, in Legends League we are going to pull in a triple. In this video I'm going to show you several failed attempts, and we're going to break down why they did not work. Here we had all the right parts moving in the right direction. We set a good funnel, our spell timing and placement was successful. We got our kill squad into the core of the base, and this base is absolutely wrecked. Welcome to Legends League. If you've played in Legends League of late, then you know this is a fairly common base, kind of a trolley base with the town hall at the top. I'm going to highlight the earthquake spells once again, and notice our king is funneling one edge very nicely, and our siege barracks is funneling the other edge very nicely, making it really easy to get our witches and our ice golems and our heroes into the base. With this attack strategy, I highly recommend coming in on the eagle side of the base. If you attack on the eagle side of the base with this base setup with just 4 quad quakes, we can get into every single compartment except maybe one, and with our second quad quake we will open up the entire base except the town hall and the scatter shots. That's deliberate. I don't want to deal with that extra DPS. I'm happy taking out all the inferno towers, all the expos, the eagle, the crowd, not the siege barracks, the clan castle. And one more time, I've got the army comp on the screen. If you didn't catch it the first time, I'll show it a third time as well. Notice our cleanup troops are coming in pretty late into this attack. Mistakes we're going to see ahead are not saving our cleanup troops, are setting bad funnels, are not doing a great job of placing our spells. This base, though, is looking pretty wrecked. These little troll bases where they set all their heroes and whole bunch of Teslas and the warden and some scatter shots up by the town hall. We're going to come on the other side. We're going to pick up massive percentage. We haven't taken the town hall yet, but we're just coming up on 90% of the base. With the town hall, we're at 90% of the base now, and the base is wrecked. This is not a base you want to be running. This is an attack strategy that you want to try. If you're not familiar with witches and the super witches, try them. It works really well. It's very, very strong. Another base 3-starred. Let's see if we can notice a couple of mistakes here. Did you see we dropped our cleanup troops right at the start? We dropped our bat spells right at the start. We didn't set a good funnel with our Barbarian King. We dropped our earthquake spells way too early. We should have dropped our siege barracks further down to set a better funnel. We pretty much did everything possible wrong we could have done, and we also wrecked the base. Here we are at 2 stars. We got the town hall on this ring base, we got the 50%, and we're going to end up with a high 90%. These witches are very, very strong. Even with doing every single part of this attack wrong, we're still pulling in better than 90% with this strategy. Please try it. I'd love to hear in the comments below if you've had success with the witches. And Here you can see we've even lost all our witches, but the skeletons are still pulling in more percentage for us. We didn't 3-star, however, this base is absolutely destroyed. Let's try and fix the mistakes we had in our last attack. It's another ring base, but this time we're going to be more patient with our funnel. We are not going to spam drop our spells. We're not going to spam drop our earthquake spells. And we're going to set a good funnel with our king on one edge. We're going to set a nice funnel with our siege barracks. On the other end, we're only going to use our first quad quake, just half of our earthquake spells. And this time I'm going to send the bat spells in with the hogs. There's a lot of splash damage on the bottom half of the base, so I'm going to send the royal champion down the bottom edge of the base. We came in on the eagle side. We were patient with our first quad quake. We let our troops work a little further into the base, and we dropped our second quad quake. This base is wrecked. We don't worry about the clan castle. We have a poison spell, which is pretty effective, but we also have those witches, which not only target over walls, but they can target those flying troops. And a lot of the times, the skeletons that the witches spawn will keep the opponent's clan castle defensive troops busy, while our witches and our queen and our warden run right through the base. That's right, we fixed the mistakes we made in the previous attack. We are once again pulling in another 3-star in Legends League. You've probably seen this base before, and you should notice the mistake we make right at the start. We have the same army composition with the 4 witches, 4 super witches, the 4 ice golems, the 8 earthquake spells, and the 16 cleanup troops. We didn't come in on the eagle side. This is a huge mistake. We are going to take a massive amount of eagle shots. Additionally, our Barbarian King set a pretty good funnel, but our Siege Barracks did not set a very strong funnel, and we're going to lose a couple more troops to the outside than we would normally like. And we're going to pull in a 2-star. We're probably going to pull in a pretty high percentage 2-star, but we could have 3-starred this base. It was our mistake for not taking our full time to look at this base and go, how should we get into this base? A lot of the times with this attack strategy, I like to put the royal champion down to run with the hogs that come out of the siege barracks to help push together, and then I'll throw the bat spells behind them. And this one, I've secured the 2-star, which is good, and we are going to come up a little short on that 3-star. The only thing we needed to change in this attack was to come from the other side of the base. Come in on that eagle side, take out the eagle. The witches don't really struggle with the town hall. Those super witches are very tough. Those super witch spawn those big skeletons. They're very tough. Hey, if this video has helped you at all, I hope you share it with a friend. If you have enjoyed this video and you're new here, welcome. And if you have been here before, welcome back. This is an island base, and again, let's look at the mistakes we made on this attack. We set an okay funnel, but we didn't need to use that first quad quake quite as early as we did. We could have come in closer to the eagle. We dropped the royal champion in a terrible position, and our siege barracks went down pretty early. We could have held off on that siege barracks a little bit. We could have dropped our royal champion in a position where she would have helped push us further into the base. Instead, we are going to only secure the 2 stars and 90+% of the base. We really could have 3-starred this base. We needed to attack this base on the eagle side. Instead, we attacked on the side further from the eagle. We dropped our royal champion too early. We misplaced our bat spells. They got very low value. But again, these witches are so strong in combination with these super witches, in combination with the ice golems. There's lots of really good synergy here. We're in Legends League. We have 2 stars. We have 98%. We are so close to that triple. Anyone see what we did wrong on this attack? It's a little tough to tell at first glance. We come in close to the eagle. That's good. But we didn't break the wall where the eagle is located in. That was a huge mistake. We dropped our bat spells a little early and our royal champion a little early because our barbarian king grouped up and went inside the base. We're going to have our hogs come in with the siege barracks to save our queen, but we're going to have a really tough time pulling in a 3-star when we don't set a good funnel, when we waste some of our quad quake spells, when we don't get our ice golems in front of our troops. We still actually have an ice golem up. We've been losing witches. They pulled ahead of the ice golem, and now our last ice golem dies. Remember, we want to make sure that we are putting the ice golems down in front of our troops so they have an opportunity to do some tanking, and then when they run out of their health points, to drop a freeze spell for us so we can keep on pushing into the base. Again, it's a very strong attack strategy. We're going to pull in another high percentage 2-star up in the 90%, but we're not going to be able to get through these last single target inferno. We don't really worry if the base has single target infernos or multi-target infernos. We're not worried about the scatter shots. Let's see if we can pull in some more 3-stars. We're going to set a great funnel here. Notice all of our troops go into the base except one witch, and the Barbarian King actually looped around and join the kill squad into the base. That's fine. Oftentimes one witch will break out and keep the other troops going into the base. We got a lot of value from our freezes. Our warden was very, very easy to time that ability, and this base is again wrecked. With the town hall going down, that secures the 2-star for us, and we pretty much have just about all of our heroes up and most of our witches. Those witches are going to be really tough for the back end of this base to deal with. I know there's some splash damage there, but we've got all the multi-infernals, all the scatter shots, all the expos, the eagle, the town hall, the heroes, the clan castle. The base is just destroyed. I highly recommend giving this army a try, and you can see here that when we take our time to set a good funnel, and we take our time and we set good earthquake spells, that these bases really struggle to slow down our army. If you've been in Legends League, you've probably seen this base. Stop building this base. It doesn't work. It's going to get 3-starred. You know it. I know it. Whoever built it should know it by now. It's an easy base to funnel into. It's an easy base to place your spells. It's an easy base to time your hero abilities. On this one, we're going to send the Royal Champion in a little early to help take down that multi-inferno. We don't have to. We might have gotten away with sending her in a little later, but that's going to then tell us, hey, that multi-inferno's down, let's send in our bat spells. We're going to get great value from our ice golems. Here come the bats as the multi-inferno goes down. Our king funneled that outside edge perfectly, and the base is pretty much wrecked. I know that the eagle is fairly central on this base. However, with the quad quakes we have and the ice golems, as long as we take the time to drop our troops, then we're not going to have an issue with that eagle. It's going to target the Barbarian King, then it will target some of the super skeletons from the super witches, and then it will look at some of those ice golems, and this base is wrecked. I know it's got that honey pot, it's got that loot sitting at the bottom of the base, and you say to yourself, man, I really want to get that loot. This is Legends League. Show up, destroy the base, and the loot will be yours. Coming in on that loot side of the base is pretty much guaranteed. You're not going to 3-star this base. It's how it's designed. Take your time to funnel, take your time to get your spell timing and placement correctly, and you should have no issue using the witches to absolutely smash bases. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye.